Alright, welcome to our first Photoshop tutorial, and today what we're going to do is create an Instagram post for an upcoming event that we are running at a business. Alright, so we're running a classroom event. We're going to make an Instagram post about that to post on the web. So I'm going to come up here to the web feature, web layouts, and these are some of the most used web layouts in Photoshop. But what we're going to go do is go to 1080 pixels of width and 1080 pixels of height. That'll give us a post for Instagram size. So there's all kinds of charts on the internet to let you know what size different posts are, like your Twitter headers, your Facebook banners, all sorts of things. So I can share some of those with you on the class page, or we'll get to them at the end. Alright, so here we go. Let's create this, and you'll see we have our square artboard. So we're going to need a background for this. I've already got one right here. So how do I select it? I can come here, click and drag, select all of it. I can go to select and all, or Control A or Command A on the Mac. Control A on Windows, and I will go to Command C and copy it. We'll come over here, Command V, we got it. Now, this is very large, as you can tell. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to zoom out, hold the Option key on your Mac, Alt key on the Windows, and scroll up. And then I'm going to go to the transform, so I can go to Edit, Transform, Free Transform. And that's going to give me a way to see my picture. Alright. If I hold down the Option or Alt key on the Mac or PC, I can resize it from the center point, which is what I want. And then I'm going to bring it in here so we can get a little bit better look, and I'll zoom back in. Okay. Now that looks like we are a little out of ratio there. Bring that in. Just a little bit bigger. And then we can take and give it a little bit of interest by zooming out a little. Okay, that way we're not on top of each other. Alright, once I'm happy with my transform, I come up here and click on the checkbox. And we are done with the transform. I'm going to zoom back in. I can hit Command 0 to zoom all the way into the image, or Control 0 on the PC. Alright, so the next thing we need to do is we need to add a title. So let's get our type tool out. Right here is our type tool. And let's draw out a text box. And our title will be an introduction to mobile photography and Lightroom mobile. Okay. Hit Control A, Command A to come up here. We're going to make our text a little bit bigger so we can read it. Also, apparently, I've got some issues with my arrangement, so let's go to our paragraph window, and I went to the character window, which is go Window and Character, or right here on your Essentials workspace, and I went to make my leading auto. So I'm also going to make this left aligned, and let's see how that looks. It's a little bit hard to read, you know, if you ask me my personal opinion. A little hard to read. I want to make this not red. I did that by just using my quick color over here. So what can we do to make this a little bit more legible? Well, we can, number one, put a small background around it. So what I would do is I would use my rectangle tool. I'm going to go off the page here so it gives it a little bit more of a advertisement feel. And that creates a black box because I have black as my foreground color, white as my background color. I guess we just need to come into our layers panel right here where rectangle 1 is and reduce this opacity maybe down to 70, and then let's change our Let's change our font color to something more readable. Alright, I've changed the opacity down by selecting the layer and changing it down to 70. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to make my font a little bit more readable by changing the color to white instead of black. That way we'll have a little bit more readability on it. And alright, so we made our text white. It's way more readable now. And now we can start going down and adding some extras to this. So what I want to do is I want to come in and add another text box, just right out here. So what I've done is I've sped up this clip to go ahead and show you the ending and the final product, because everything that we do from here on out in this clip is basically just me going through and doing other things with text. Same thing that we've done already with text. So I wanted to just speed this clip up and get to the end so you can see the final product. Thank you. All right, there we go. We've got our Instagram post created. I hope you guys learned a little bit about using text and arranging text in a Photoshop document, as well as setting up a different style of artboard. Thanks, and I'll see you next time.